Hello everyone, it is Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today I am doing a comparison swatch video, a review of two new palettes that came into my collection. This is the Colored Raine and Power collaboration palette, as well as the new Menagerie Violet Ink palette. The reason why I decided to put these two together is because they are purple tone palettes, but they're different, and I wanted to share with you guys. So if you were interested in either one of these or wanted to really see what these palettes were about, I can give you guys a comparison. I feel like sometimes because we don't see a true purple, we realize and think, well, maybe that's not a real purple palette. But these two right here are two different tones of purple. They are still purple in their actual base of the shadow. So if you understand what I mean, this is where this whole idea came from, because I did get a few DMs asking me, well, is that really a purple palette? Because it doesn't look purple. So I wanted to compare both of them to share with you guys my thoughts, the undertones, and how they really are purple palettes, but they don't have to be the primary color purple, if that makes any sense. So anyway, we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of both of these palettes, but before we get into any of the reviews, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. I am an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of Project Pan. If that is something that interests you, subscribe, join the familia. We would love to have you. And now, without further ado, let's get on with the review. Like I mentioned in the intro, this is going to be a review comparison type of video where I want to share with you guys my thoughts on both of these, and if any of you guys are interested in either one of them, you can truly understand what you are investing in. So we're going to start out with the first one, and this is the Colored Raine times Power palette. I am wearing this on my eyes, and a little heads up, I did record this eye look as well as another eye look with the Violet Ink one. They will be on my Instagram. If you're interested in checking either one of those out, I will put them on my Instagram. I'm not sure when they'll be up by the time this video goes up, but you will see these looks. So you guys prep yourselves, because I got them coming for you guys. So back to this palette. We're going to talk about this one first. This is the Colored Raine one. It is limited edition. It was in collaboration with Power. I honestly don't know what it is. I'm assuming it is a show on Stars. I don't know, you guys. I don't have that channel. I don't watch a lot of channels that involve adult stuff because I have small kids that take over the TV. So I am assuming that's what it's for, but the palette drew me in, one, because I absolutely love Colored Raine. I own all their eyeshadow palettes and I love their formula very, very much. So this palette right here is $29. Again, it is limited edition. You're getting 9 shades in here. You're getting metallics, duochromes, mattes. There is no satins in here at all. So this palette, as you guys can see, first glance, it does not look purple, but I want you guys to understand, again, it doesn't have to be the primary purple color palette in order for it to be categorized as a purple palette. This palette is purple with deep plum black and red into it. If you can see, there's a lot of red and there's a lot of deep plum in here. This is a purple blue color in here. So the palette is purple, but it has the purple undertones to it mixed in with other colors. And that's my whole preface of this video, is to share and compare these two, because they're both true purple palettes, just different undertones and different hues of them. So as you guys can see, I have swatched all the palettes and you guys can see them for yourselves. This one specifically, obviously at first glance, you're probably like, that's not really a purple palette, but yes, it is. This one, like I mentioned, is a purple blue. This is a white with a purple duochrome to it. It is what I'm wearing in my inner corner. You guys, it is amazing. This is more of a chunkier texture. So it's one of those ones where it has to melt with your skin temperature, your body temperature. If you use it with your finger and then drag it on your lid or drag it anywhere, it works so much better than with a brush, because with a brush, you're going to get crumbly fallout with it. This one is another duochrome. If you shift it, it looks blue, but then it has purple to it. This is what I'm wearing on my lid, and you guys can see it took over the other shades that I used around it. So if I would have used more blues, this would have came out to be more of a blue shift shadow. But because I use more of those purpley plums, it looks more purpley plum on my lid. Super beautiful, super versatile. These right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, are all mattes. This shade right here is the one that I would say is the least purple out of the whole entire palette. This one has more of that gold peach peachy purple tone to it. I'm going to show you a little quick swatch of it. I'm sure you've already seen it, but this one's the least purple you're going to get in the whole palette, but it still goes with the rest of the palette. The other one that is more of a metallic-y type of shade, it looks black in the palette, but it's not. It is a plummy black. It's super dark, but it is still in the purple family. So out of all the 9 shades, I would say this one's the one that doesn't have the most purple to it, but every other one you're getting has purple to it. They're different undertones. They're mixed in with different hues. You're getting your blue purple, you're getting your duochrome. Here's another blue purple, a white based purple, your red based purples here, and then your black purple here. This is the only one that I would say does not have the most purple to it. So if you're considering or wondering, well, that palette isn't really purple, it is really purple. It's just you got to think about it. If you put something purple next to it, you kind of can see more of what I'm explaining to you. If you're ever confused about a palette, get something that's really true purple and can put it next to the palette, and you're going to see that you will get hues of purple. So that's this first palette. Now, overall, my thoughts on this palette right here, absolutely beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. I feel like this is a definite palette that a lot of people would get use out of. I feel honestly that the color purple is more acceptable when it comes to all the primary colors of the rainbow. Purple's the one where you can get away with and it being wearable. And you know, I use that word loosely because wearable to me may mean something different to somebody else. But I do feel like purple is more acceptable. So this palette, I feel like a lot of people would get use out of. You're not going to feel out of place wearing this one to work or wearing it out and people looking at you odd because you're wearing green and blue. I know I still get those looks till this day, but I don't care. So I feel like this is going to be very versatile. It's super beautiful. I've gotten a lot of use out of it. It doesn't look like it because these are so densely packed. You don't get that much powder kick up when you put them on your eyes, but the pigmentation is so rich. It's beautiful, but it's not as rich where you are going to have a hard time blending it out. I feel like this could be used for somebody who is intermediate when it comes to eye color eyeshadows. You're comfortable with purples. I think that this is going to be a beautiful one. This is that purple palette, but just a little bit of a top notch to it. Like it just adds a little bit more zing because you're getting those different types of shades within them that it's going to make your look come to a whole different dimension. And I think it's so beautiful. So for $29, I think it's beautiful. And you can get an affiliate code to use with this palette. I believe it's 10% off, so it'll save you on tax and shipping if that is something you're looking for. So I think this is absolutely worth it, 100%. Now let's move on to the Menagerie palette. This is the Violet Ink. This is the most recent one. I just saw that they sneak peeked a new one coming out for the fall. You guys know that this is another brand where I love to grab all their eyeshadow palettes and I like to showcase them some way, somehow on my channel. So here we go. So this is the new Menagerie Cosmetics one. This is called the Violet Ink. This one comes with 6 shadows. This is $20 versus the $29 of the other one, but you're only getting 6 shadows. Bear in mind that these shadows are a lot bigger. In this palette, this is another purple palette. You're probably looking at it and you're like, Alex, that's not purple. This one is completely different and it's taking you to a different spectrum of the purple. The first one I shared with you guys was more red, more black, purple. This one is more blue purple, but it's still a purple palette. And I'm trying to show you guys that they are still purples, but just different hues to them. So you're getting 6. Within these 6, you're only getting 2 metallic and then the rest are all mattes. This one is super beautiful. This is that soft purple. How do I describe it? It reminded me of a pastel palette because they're softer. They're more angelic and they're more not a see, they're so different. It's hard to explain because every time I would wear this palette, I felt like I was getting more of a softer pastel lavender type of blue purples in them. Super beautiful. I still love it. The quality of this is 100% there. You're getting a mirror. This is permanent to their collection and is more condensed. So if you're looking for a blue hue purple palette, this is the one that I would recommend for you to go to. Bear in mind, I always mention with Menagerie Cosmetics, you really have to be comfortable using color because their pigmentation is intense. Again, if you have problems with shadows staining, this is another one that may be staining to your eyes. I use the Neutrogena oil-free eye makeup remover and I've never had a problem with any staining. I don't know if it's because I use that one and I don't do other things, but that one takes everything off. I mean, like everything off. So I've never had a problem with staining. But if you do have staining sensitive eyes, sensitive skin, bear in mind this will stain your eyes. It is a warning on the box and I'm warning you now, it will stain because my fingers got stained. But this palette is beautiful. This is more matte. This is more true blue. So if you're like the blues in your purples, this might be something for you. You could see that it's similar to what I'm wearing on my eyes. This color right here looks really similar to this one right here. This one could be part something over here, and maybe even this one a little bit on my outer V. So you're seeing the similarities, but they're still different within one another. So again, there's nothing wrong with this palette. I wouldn't change anything about it. It is really a purple palette, but it's more of a blue hue palette. Now I'm going to put both of these together so you guys can really see what I am talking about and really get a feel of what I'm trying to explain to you guys and come across. So here you got your one that is more red based, more black based, and here you see this one that's more of a blue based can go with this family right over here. So you're still getting purples, but the undertone and the hues are different. You're not getting this purple, but you're still getting purple palettes. Whichever one you prefer, I would recommend either one. Both of them are phenomenal in formula. Both of them are phenomenal in their lasting power, their blendability, the way they perform on your eyes, and they're both under $30. You're spending so much more money on other palettes that I feel like are mainstream that call themselves purple palettes, but you're getting maybe 2 or 3 true purple colors and the rest are all neutral shades. These are genuinely purple palettes and they're under $30. They're indie brands, which I love to support. Their quality is amazing. I've raved about them since I've gotten the first palette, and for years now, me being an eyeshadow enthusiast, I couldn't pick between one or the other. I love both. Sometimes I want a blue purple, sometimes I want a red purple. It all depends on what my feel is, what my take is, what I want for that day. Both of them look beautiful on my eyes, both perform beautifully on my eyes. I just wanted to come on here to compare both of them, share with you guys, to make you guys see and understand that even though you don't see a true rainbow primary blue in a palette, you're still getting purples. Not every time, but at least with these two palettes, you are getting true purple palettes with different undertones to them. Whichever one you feel is best for you, there you go. I would not say that either one is better than the other. It is just your preference and what you are looking for. So thank you guys so much for watching. That is my review. I will link them down below if you are interested in either one of them. And as always, if you want to continue your journey with me, I will put some videos up on the screen for you guys to continue your journey with me on my channel. Until then, guys, bye.